Okay, so episode 1 of season 2, well, it's been a long fucking time, like 4 years or something like that, and this episode did not fail in any way possible. Some people may be complaining that we're only having 12 episodes after just 4 years, but I think that this could work out better than if we actually had 24 episodes, to be honest. Otherwise, they're just going to be dragging shit out, and the pacing that we got in episode 1 was so fucking perfect compared to the manga. Because in the manga, the pacing is so horrible, like it's honestly so bad, like I can't fucking stand it. In fact, it's the only reason why I dropped the manga right before chapter 70 in the first place. Anyway, let's get into the episode, shall we? I mean, I might be talking a lot about the pacing in this video, hopefully not, because it's quite a big deal here, especially when you put it side by side with the manga. So in episode 1, we already got a number of things, such as the hole in the wall, which is of course revealed to be the head of a colossal titan. This has everyone worked up, as you might imagine, and then one of the priest guys comes out running like a madman, shouting to the authorities that it needs to be kept from sunlight at any cost. And well, they do what you might expect, they patch it up temporarily. I mean, they do what you can do, I guess. They didn't exactly have enough time to repair the actual wall in time before the sunlight actually reaches the titan. Also, I like that they kept the old animation style because, I mean, you never know with these kind of things when you have more than one season. The animation style can change, but as far as I can tell, it's identical to before. So for people who watch season 1 and jump straight into season 2, well, the animation won't change, and so the viewer experience will be a lot better. So right away, things are kicked into motion as Hanji tries to get the priest to spill the beans on why the priest guy knows so much, such as not being surprised at the fact that the titan was in the wall and how to fix the problem. That is, by making sure it won't get hit by sunlight and such things. These kind of questions are what Hanji wants answered, but like most people in any show or series, this fool refuses to talk, and well, Hanji, who holds him over the edge on the top of the wall, throws him to safety again. Even as I read the manga of these events, I couldn't really believe how savage Hanji got, because in season 1 of the anime, she's so jolly and happy all the time, while right away, as you can see, in season 2, she starts to get really like fucking mad and shit. Now, I don't remember an awful lot about what I've actually read, so it might be pointed out later, but I just can't remember if it actually is explained. I mean, I could understand that she would be on edge and all of that, but it feels so out of place, especially for her. We're then taking back like 12 hours, and this time we're with Connie, Sasha, Reiner, and Berthold, who are being kept at some kind of safe house. During this time, they aren't really allowed to be geared up and be on duty from the looks of things, as there are geared up soldiers right outside, as noticed by Connie. And obviously, bored as they are, small talk emerges and we find out that Connie's family lives in a village to the south of their current location. And conveniently, while Sasha is about to die from idling, she hears a very faint thumping sound in the distance, which of course, would you believe it if I said that it was actually a number of titans who somehow have made it into wall rows. When it's pointed out that these titans are coming in from the south, Connie obviously starts to panic, as he did only like a few moments earlier say that his family lives in that very direction. So as they plan to evacuate the safe house, the plan is to split up into smaller groups, probably to make sure that if one group gets caught by the titans, then everyone won't necessarily suffer the same fate. Not a bad plan, to be honest. I mean, I guess they're military, so it's not a surprise that they would devise a pretty clever strategy to minimize possible casualties. Connie, however, is very persistent that he wants to see his family, and obviously a few other people like Reiner and Berthold and those kind of follow him to the south, I think. Well, they're given permission to go to the south at least. And sometime later, the titans that they're attempting to outrun stop for a very short while, and out of fucking nowhere, every single titan starts to sprint, and well, I guess they're kind of turning into abnormals. Well, it's more like they're all sprinting, I guess, so it's not really the unpredictable type of abnormal, but yeah, I mean, since they're not like doing the small walk kind of thing that titans usually do, I would brand them as abnormals, but I don't know exactly what a abnormal officially is. So, I mean, as far as I can tell, if you're walking really slow, like a regular pace, you're a normal titan, and if you don't, you're an abnormal, right? So one of these guys in charge, I've no idea what his name is though, volunteers to draw their attention. Let's just say that he's royally fucked, okay? Of course, this brings us to the most interesting part about this episode, seeing as when this guard have the titan's attention, he runs into a type of titan that no one has ever seen before. A beast titan, as it's called. Covered in fur and roughly 15 meters tall, I think. But that's not even the worst of it, seeing as it shows signs of intelligence and cuts off this guard's way of escape by killing off his horse quite brutally, throwing it towards the guard, which in other words, full power into a building. The guard survives by dodging this. But something tells me this horse ain't walking away from this one. This furry titan though, let's talk about him because he obviously shows that he's in control of these other titans, as it is shown in the anime episode, that are around him as well. But even that isn't the biggest thing about this, because this is the first titan ever that, unless I've forgotten something, they can actually properly talk, I mean. Not just a few words, but he can actually communicate properly with humans. So he rants on about equipment that humans use in order to kill titans, and well, he removes it from the soldier and he basically leaves the human unscathed. Well, apart from what the other small titan did to him before. But he's a titan after all, so of course he does some kind of, I guess, mental thing with the other titans, and he tells them that it's okay to eat him now. Now, I've obviously read some of the manga, so I won't be spoiling anything for anime onlys, which I'm guessing there are quite a few, but let me just tell you, shit is about to get really strange. At least if you compare it side by side with season 1. But yeah, I guess I didn't talk about Mikasa and Eren at all, did I? So let's do that as we wrap things up then, shall we? So we know from season 1 Eren was like passed out, and in this episode he actually wakes up again, which is quite nice. I mean, Mikasa is obviously right next to him this whole time as she looks really drained, so I'm guessing she's been for some time. Worried sick that he might not wake up, but don't worry Mikasa, he's wide awake now. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Did you like this episode of Attack on Titan? Personally, I'm a great fan of the pacing, as I said before, that they seem to be going with if you compare to the manga, which was really slow. Well, as always, if you did, please like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. This has been your favorite host, the Weeaboo Supreme Perm, and I'll see you soon.